Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today our group will be presenting volumetric analysis for direct titration in wine industry.
Let me introduce you our group members. We have 5 people in this group, which Ariani, myself, Fayada, Dinara, Aidit, and also Anik.
First of all, volumetric analysis is a technique that involves the use of solutions of non-concentration to determine the concentration of an unknown solution and also known as titration. So what is titration? Titration is a process in which a standard reagent of a known concentration from a burette, which is the titrant, is added to a solution containing the analyte until the reaction between the analyte and reagent is judged to be completed. Also, indicators are used to detect the endpoint of a reaction.
Hi guys, so let's discuss about the theory of winemaking. The magic of winemaking is a fermentation, which is the natural process using a microscopic single-cell fungus. Yeast is the fungus used and grapes have natural or white yeast present. This yeast will react with the grape juice to produce ethanol, which is the alcohol in wine, and carbon dioxide. Next, we move to principle of winemaking. The process of making wine involves several stages, that is, harvesting the grapes, crushing, fermentation, and aging. After aging, the wine is bottled and corked. This is crucial stage as the bottle and cork must be of high quality to prevent spoilage and to ensure that the wine aged well. So there are 2 famous questions that always been asking about wine. Why titration is used in the wine industry? It is because to control the pH, sulfur level, and overall acidity of the wine. Second, why titration is important in winemaking? There are 2 reasons about these questions. First, it is because to maintain the quality and the content of wine, and to determine the quantity of specific constituents in a mobile phase. There are 2 methods that been used in winemaking theory. Method 1 is juice fermentation. The juice is obtained from the grapes, usually by pressing, and the skins and pips discards. The pure juice is then fermented into wine. Most white wine is made this way. Method 2, pulp fermentation. The grapes are crushed to a pulp, which is allowed to ferment for a few days before pressing out the non-strongly fermenting juice. Mostly, red wine is made this way.
Okay, hi, I'm Muhammad Anik Ismail with student ID 2022475642. I will explain about methodology of volumetric analysis direct titration in wine industry. First is objective definition, where assess acidity levels is in wine samples using direct titration for accurate quality assessment. Second is sample collection, where we need to collect diverse wine samples like red, white, or sparkling from different origins to ensure broad representation. Okay, next methodology is sample preparation, where we need to standardize sample by removing solids and filtering out impurities to ensure consistent titration results. The fourth is titration setup, where we need to prepare the solution like sodium hydroxide as titrant and phenolphthalein as indicator for endpoint detection. Then the methodology is titration procedure, where we need to perform direct titration by adding titrant until the color change indicates acidity endpoint. Then record the titrant volume that has been used. Next methodology is calculation of result, We need to calculate acidity levels based on titrant volume and concentration to quantify acidity in grams per liter. After that is data analysis. We need to analyze acidity variations statistically among different types and sources of wine to identify the trends. Next is quality control. We need to ensure accuracy with standard solution tests alongside wine samples and rigorous method validation. After that, we can proceed to the result presentation where we need to present findings clearly with tables, graph, or chart illustrating acidity levels across the samples. After that, we need to discuss and give conclusion to interpret result in the context of wine quality and production, discussing application and limitation of direct titration. Then is recommendations where we need to recommend future research direction for refining titration methods or exploring additional parameters affecting wine acidity. Last but not least is a reference. We need the reference as cite relevant literature and standards supporting the study's methodology and findings for credibility.
Example of result. Result: tartaric acid concentration in grape wine equals to 14.2 times to 0.1 times to 150 gram per mole over 10 ml. For tartaric acid concentration in grape wine equals to 21.3 gram per liter. I have concluded the calculation. Tartaric acid concentration in 1 gram per liter equals to volume of NaOH used times to normality of NaOH times to equivalent weight of tartaric acid over volume of one sample. Assuming that normality of NaOH is 0.1 and equivalent weight of tartaric acid is 150 gram per mole.
Last but not least is the conclusion. Direct titration has made it possible for the wine industry to determine vital characteristics such as the alcohol content, acidity, and sulfur dioxide levels. It is easier to use, inexpensive, and upgrades the wine quality guarantee program. Despite human mistakes and likely disruptions still remaining as challenges, the automation and sensor technologies have increased accuracy and operational efficiency in this area. Given all these points, we can observe that direct titrations are still imperative. So these are the references that we have used throughout the videos. That will be all from us. Thank you for watching.